You know, Donald Trump, now that he's got his national emergency down on the border, it's important to understand why we got to that point. And it's not because there is an actual emergency down there on the southern border. The only emergency down there are the children that we're locking in cages. But hey, the administration, did that. So that's really their emergency, but they're choosing to not deal with it. So, okay. But really, the reason this is even happening is because Donald Trump is trying to appease not just his base, because they're kind of secondary right now. What he's trying to do is appease right-wing pundits. And a story came out from the New York Times this week, kind of showing how bad it got for the president following the government shutdown and his showdown with Nancy Pelosi, a showdown that everybody is willing to admit, including Fox News viewers, according to a new poll today, that Trump lost spectacularly. Nancy Pelosi made him look like a fool by not giving him what he wanted. He looked like a horrible negotiator. So according to this New York Times report, what did Trump do? He called his favorite buddies over at Fox News, Sean Hannity and Lou Dobbs, begging them to help him. He was begging them to go on TV and tell the other folks at the network to do the same, to defend the president and say that no, he's playing 4-dimensional, 5-dimensional chess, whatever it is, the new talking point, since he can't even manage to play checkers. They've just evolved it into these new dimensions of chess, which is a fancy way of saying the guy keeps losing even though he swore up and down he was a great negotiator. There's nothing great about Trump's negotiation skills. He lost. He lost again this week with the new spending bill that actually gives him even less money. So yeah, not exactly a master negotiator, but he does get his national emergency, which I'm assuming at this point came on the advice of people like Sean Hannity and Lou Dobbs. They knew the president needed to save face. They knew the president needed to flex a little muscle. So I seriously doubt that either of these men didn't tell him to declare a national emergency, flex your authority, and see what happens then. Watch those Democrats panic and freak out. Way to trigger the libs by abusing the power of the office of the presidency. The bottom line is this, and this is something, again, we have said repeatedly for more than a year now, is that Fox News controls the White House. The White House calls Fox News, the President of the United States is calling Fox News hosts and begging them to help him out, begging them to bail him out, begging them to come up with a plan because he is so powerless against Nancy Pelosi and her sarcastic clap heard around the world. This man doesn't know what he's doing, he doesn't know how to do it, and he doesn't know what the end game is. All we know now is that we're sitting in the middle of a trumped up, phony national emergency that is going to trigger, pretty much already has, considering the lawsuits that are ready to go, a major constitutional crisis, the likes of which most of us have not seen throughout our entire lifetime. What happens from this point forward is going to have huge ramifications on the future of the United States. And sadly, it's up to our conservative court system to put the president back in his place. Because if they don't, we have just officially entered a new era of American history. And it sure as hell isn't going to be a pretty one with morons like Sean Hannity and Lou Dobbs telling the president what to do. There's a new documentary out right now on Netflix called The Devil We Know. Now, this documentary tells the story of how DuPont, through the manufacture of Teflon, along with 3M, poisoned people all across the planet. Featured prominently in this film is our own Mike Papantonio, who actually handled the cases against DuPont for this C8 poison that was used in the manufacture of Teflon. This documentary, The Devil We Know, and you can find a link to it in the description of this video, tells the complete story. It says what DuPont did, what they knew, and it interviews Mike Papantonio. It pulls clips from the media to complete the story of just how corrupt and disgusting DuPont's actions were, and more importantly, how they managed to get this toxic chemicals into the bodies of roughly 98% of the population. Most of us right now are walking around with DuPont's poison inside our bodies, and we don't even know about it. And that's why this documentary, that again is available on Netflix right now, the link is below, The Devil We Know, tells you exactly how that DuPont poison got inside your body.